Hey, what's up guys? Welcome indeed to Diablo Immortal. We're going to do a full entire playthrough. Even though I've played through the game, there are still aspects of the game when I played through in the alpha and the beta that weren't like complete yet. So there are going to be new experiences for me as well during like the cutscenes and stuff. But I'm going to basically teach you guys this game kind of as a walkthrough. I'll explain certain things as we go along. So if you want to throw me on another monitor kind of play beside me, feel free to go ahead and do that. But it's going to be like the full thing. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting right off, we're going to go ahead and create our character now. Just a heads up, we are playing right now on mobile. I plan to play the PC version, but it's not out at this moment yet, so we are going to be starting off with mobile. So let's go ahead and create a new character. I plan to use Demon Hunter for the playthrough here, at least for my first character. So there is quite a bit of depth with the character creator. I won't spend too much time into it, but I'll at least like show you guys some of the customization options. So you have a few different presets that you can go through, and you can actually customize them, and there's different gear previews that you guys can see over here. And we are also live streaming, so just in case I'm talking to anyone, don't worry, I'm not talking to myself. But yeah, there's different options for like hairstyles, and you can actually change the hair color to a lot of colors that you wouldn't normally see in, let's say, like the Diablo world, like, you know, from the other Diablo games, you couldn't have like a green hair unless you had like a maybe like a transmog or something like that. But there are quite a bit of options here. But I won't spend too much time in the character creator screen. But I kind of like this one. I think, let's see, what else do we got for the Demon Hunter here? All right. So we'll load in, we'll get to a certain point, then I'm going to load another character. For the Demon Hunter, it's just because like how it works is you can only claim your rewards on one of the characters, and I did that for one of like the bonuses that they gave us. But this is still going to be like the full walkthrough. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's just go. Can we put a number in here? Well, let us do that. Let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, we are also, just a heads up, we're going to be using a controller, although when it comes up for PC, we may still actually use a controller.
That whole village has gone to hell. You sure I can't take you someplace else?
Gone to hell, you say? I'm in the right place then.
Aye. Follow the road and be on your guard. Unfortunate things happen to travelers in that forest.
Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the full playthrough. I'll explain all the different things.
But I am a hunter, not a prey.
We'll listen to pretty much most of the dialogue in the game. I won't skip out on any of the cutscenes. However, I may not talk to every single person in the game. But I'm a huge lore guy when it comes to Diablo. Like, it's really cool what this game has to offer for any of you guys that are fans of the series. But hello, Zach, and hello, Kai, and hello, Kaiser. You just started this game? Nice. Now, I've played the alpha and beta, and we reached max of what we could get in there. But during it, there were some, like, missing assets. And on the character that we'll hop into after we do the short kind of intro here, we're still playing Demon Hunter. It's just that I spent a long time in the character creation screen. Talking almost an hour here, because you could do so much with like the cheekbones, and I really did a lot of editing on the character. So my character will look very different. But just in case any of you guys want to know like what the best class is and all those things, I've got videos on that. Pretty much the best classes, for at least Season 1, Demon Hunter Crusader are your go-to classes. But keep in mind, this is a game as a service. There's going to be new items, new things could be introduced that will change these. Alright. So the reason why Demon Hunter, by the way, is one of the best DPS classes, it's because the animation canceling is great on it. You can move and actually do damage at the same time. The other characters, you'll kind of have to stutter step. You love the character edits. Yeah, the character edits are pretty cool. I'm really surprised they added that much depth in the character creator screen.
After him, quickly. I'll secure the gate.
Because, like, you're so zoomed out, right?
Bring the offering.
But that's fine with me. I mean, hey, more edits that we can have for like screenshots and maybe during cutscenes, it's even cooler. And yeah, once we are able to access on PC, I have a 3090, so we will see the best visuals for the game. But yeah, right now we're on phone. Okay.
I received word that Wortham had been attacked. The mayor requisitioned aid. What can I do to help?
The mayor? Akarat bless that man's soul. Those cultists you just carved through attacked the town and dragged our people towards the caves in the west. You here to aid us? Then help my men kill those bastards and bring back anyone who lives. Go. Please, hurry. We'll guard the gates with our lives. I promise you.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you guys, and I recommend everyone to do this. First off, you're going to get a new skill, so we're going to get our skill and equip it. And then we're going to close this. And then we can go to our inventory, we can equip things. But the first thing that you guys want to do for every single player, go to the settings tab. Go to... it should be under, is it under gameplay? It's either gameplay or controls. Okay, so it's under general. You want to select in auto pickup, normal, magic, and rare. Select all of those. And if you want to disable certain things, feel free to go ahead and do so. But the reason why you want this is your fingers will thank you.
Get to safety. I'll find the villagers.
Okay, we'll go and grab that. This way, how it works is it just auto picks up everything. And you want that to be enabled because you're always going to want to just pick up stuff, even like the commons in this game. The reason why is you just disenchant them. So we're going to group up the enemies to be a little bit more time efficient. That's one thing that's so great with the Demon Hunter, like that you can do this. And we can move around with the analog stick like where this thing goes, which is awesome. Man, Demon Hunter just melts content. Like, it is night and day difference between running what I consider an S tier character like Demon Hunter versus Wizard, which is a little bit on the lower end, especially in the very beginning. But don't let that discourage you guys from playing any of the classes in the game. But there is a huge noticeable difference. Okay, so we got an ultimate. Unfortunately, we have to use it here. It like wants us to like check it out, so we'll pop it. And open up all the treasure chests that you see in the world. Most of them, honestly, will just give you 2 stacks of gold and a white item until you get really far in the game or you get like more magic fine. It really wants us to open this tap inventory. In the very beginning of the game, anything with the up arrow, just click on it. Also, the game doesn't pause when we're doing this, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. But the amount of DPS that you can output on Demon Hunter is just insane. The reason why is because you have lots of area of effect and you have the best single target DPS. No questions. No one will contest that at all. But most of the time it will auto target pretty much in the right direction. So you don't have to worry too much about aiming. Except for with some skills you may have to. Alright. Grab a bunch of stuff. Talk to this guy. Free this guy over here. Yeah, last night we were playing as Wizard. As like the first character, just to get like the first 20 minutes of gameplay that I wanted to upload, just to make sure everything was going correct.
You're all right, friend. Tell me, do you have the strength to make it out of here?
Yes, I think so. Wait, one of the others had a portal scroll, but we couldn't reach it. There it is. Come, let's leave this miserable place forever.
Okay. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I played the Wizard last night, and then I like going to Demon Hunter is just, it's so much faster. So we can enter this portal. We're gonna go back to town. We now have Wortham unlocked. I'm gonna see if we have any upgrades real quick. Okay, we don't, because we're gonna start disenchanting our gear, so we can actually get material for upgrading our other pieces of gear. So what you want to do when you salvage, just check the salvage all, equip anything that you want. Especially in the very beginning, you're not gonna really hold on to stuff to put them in a stash, so don't worry too much about it. Your upgrades do transfer over, which is a really nice feature for this game. So that's basically the main enemy of Immortal. Okay. So like I said, we won't skip out on any of the cutscenes, but some of the dialogue, if it's just like kind of go here and I can read ahead, and then we may skip out on it.
Calm, everyone. We are not bereft of hope yet. Hello, friend. You've arrived at quite a difficult time. As you can plainly see, the townsfolk are ill at ease. But we should be safe enough here for the moment. My name is Deckard Cain. I'm a bit of a traveling scholar, one might say. Lyra here mentioned you saved Corin from the cultists before that sudden commotion in the square. Please, tell me everything.
It seems dark forces have set their eyes upon Wortham. The cultist leader mentioned the Lord of Damnation. Said he was seeking some prize. That face wreathed in flame could have only been his.
Lord of Damnation. Things are far worse than I imagined. The forces of hell are seeking a shard of the World Stone, an artifact with the power to create entire realities. 5 years ago, the demon lord Bale nearly brought all of humanity under his thrall using that stone. If the demons were to obtain even a shard of it, the results would be catastrophic. We
Cannot allow it. Oh, is the volume too low? You guys let me know if the volume's too low, by the way. I can turn it up real quick. My bad if the volume needed to be increased. Alright. Alright, we gotta go and assist the guards at the gate. And also, you'll see in the top, like right over here, there's like a download thing that's just downloading extra areas that are going to be accessed a little bit later on. There's going to be more things that open up in the menu as we progress in the game as well. Oh, you can hear it? Huh. Alright. Thanks for letting me know, though. Okay, leveled up.
There must be another stronghold there. Don't worry about the town. Go. Show those cultists no mercy.
Let's go touch the shrine. We got a conduit. Oh, there's a little bit of lag. There we go. Gotta make sure we grab it. And shrines work a little bit differently in this. So you can see that like the duration's a lot shorter. We need the gloves of worship. The fight was rough with the wizard. Oh, the first like boss encounter kind of thing that we fought. Yeah, it's so smooth with Demon Hunter. Like the whole game itself is like so much smoother if you're playing Crusader or Demon Hunter. But I'm actually okay with there being like better classes. I know for some people, they want all the classes to be equal, which I totally get it. But it's not like the wizard's unplayable, right? It's just that one is stronger than the other, and in Diablo 2, like when you start a new account, you almost always play sorceress, right? Because teleport is very strong, and having that knowledge kind of makes you feel like you know the game better, right? Alright, so in this game, you don't actually have mana. However, you do happen to have some sort of, like, energy for certain skills. Like, for example, Strafe over here, if I activate it, there's a bar that goes down. But I'm sure that, like, you know, as seasons come, you know, more classes will probably be like S tier in another season. You know, maybe season 2, Wizard will be one of the best classes. And that's cool too. But yeah, the mobility on this class is just so powerful. This one will actually have to aim. You aim with a right analog stick. But how's the dialogue now for you guys in chat? Can you guys hear the dialogue fine? I don't know if it was maybe just a little bit too low before. Alright. Yo, hello. Shadow, how you doing? Alright. So we want to pick up all of these experience globes. In the very beginning, these are very, very, very big. Later on, they're really not that important because they just don't give that much. We're going to pop our ulti. This attack, you can see that there's just a little line. Don't stand in the line. And I really want to focus mostly on PvP. Okay, there we go. We reached level 10. Woo! Got some XP globes. Get an extra rank to multi-shot. We don't need to do anything with that. It's just that we get more damage. Like 99% of the time, it's just more damage. Could be duration on some of our skills. Think of it kind of like Diablo 2 if you've played that. It's just like putting a skill point in. But you don't even have to put it in. It just kind of levels up as you progress in the game.
It smells of demon kind. Cain will know what to do with it.
All right, so we'll go in and talk to Cain. I'll show you guys some of the things that we can get in the game also that like open up after we talk to Cain here.
What you've accomplished is miraculous, my friend. To face such foes and live to tell the tale. Simply astounding.
We were lucky I arrived in time. The cultists were summoning demons. Their leader called out to the Lord of Damnation, a demon named Skarn.
Skarn. I have never heard of this name before. And as far as I know, there is no demon lord of damnation. Most troubling.
Indeed. And there's the matter of what we do with a shard. This sort of power does not belong in mortal hands.
On that, we agree. You see, I did not come to Wortham by chance, my friend. A Herodric ritual allowed me to divine the location of several Worldstone shards. One was here in Wortham. The other lies somewhere in the nearby cemetery of Ashwold. I came here hoping to obtain the shards and destroy them, if possible, before calamity descends upon us all.
All right.
Be not alarmed, my old friend, for these frail bones come to you with an urgent request. My apprentice,
Oh, I'm not sure if the...
much like I, you cannot have forgotten the significance of that stone, or the sacrifice it took to end its threat. So I beg of you to lend your aid, however you can.
Yeah, I don't know why like the dialogue kind of got cut out there. I didn't skip it on that one, but it could be because maybe it's still like downloading in the background. I thought I downloaded all of it, like this act in particular, before I even started streaming. But I Okay, so what I'm going to do now, and I think we'd have access to it now. Oh, we're going to get access to it very soon after I think we talk to Kane again.
Is spreading once again, and it seems I must ask the impossible of you. Will you help me collect these corrupted shards and save our world from oblivion?
My hunt began the night a pack of demons tore my family apart. No one else should ever bear such terrible loss. If destroying these stones of yours prevents more suffering, let that be my vengeance.
From the depths of my heart, thank you, friend. Before you leave, I have a few gifts for you. The first of which lies here on the altar. While it may be simple, a good map is of vital importance. It will surely aid you upon your travels.
All right, so I got to go ahead and take the world map. There we go.
This is Sanctuary. To protect it, you must cross many lands where forgotten evils linger. Yet you must go without fear into the heart of the unknown. This burden falls to us. A chance to fight the darkness. To ensure our home's survival. For a new evil covets the World Stone's power. If a shard falls into Hell's clutches, our world will burn.
Menacing orchestral music. I like how they put that there. All right.
Here, this portal scroll has been specially attuned. Once you have reclaimed the World Stone shard from Ashwold, you can use that scroll to open a portal to Westmarch. There, we will find a means to destroy the shards forever.
Very well. I will meet you as soon as I am able.
Okay.
Be cautious on your...
Okay, be cautious. Let's go. All right, so now we get to open up the map, and we can see kind of where to go. Cool. And then now do we have access to... Okay, we have some upgrades here, and... got to do some more stuff. Oh. Well done. You saved Worth and continue for more glory rewards. Oh, okay. And now we'll have access to seeing other players, as well as being able to access the menu with the shop and everything like that. One thing that is cool is you do get a cosmetic, and I want to mention that you only can get it on one character. That's why we're going to go load another character. But this is exactly the same spot that I'm on the other character. But yeah, there are cosmetics. One thing that's cool, I'll show you guys this real quick. If you guys are fans of D2, they actually put the D2 cosmetic set. Although I really like this new one. I actually might get this. These don't do anything, by the way. This is just cosmetic. Yeah, just as a heads up. They don't give you more DPS or more armor. I like that one a lot more. But what I'm going to do really quick is we are going to load in. Just in case also you guys get unstuck. It happened to me before where you just get stuck. You can either obviously close out the game, but you can also hit unstuck if you happen to get into a game state where you can't progress. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave game. I'm going to load the character. Now this character, I spent a long time. You can see they're the exact same level, the exact same area. It's just that I spent like an hour on the character creator, adjusting the cheekbones to exactly what I want. And I'll show you what my character looks like. Compared to the other one. This one, in my opinion, looks much, much better. I actually put a scar to actually increase kind of the length of her hair in the front. I mean, it's a tattoo, but it's the exact same shade and hue. I spent a lot of time on this character, but yeah, this is the character that I actually plan to play all the way through, but it's the same exact class, nothing different here. So now we got to go to the cemetery. We also have a lot of daily logins. If you guys have played this game before, or haven't played this game before, make sure you check out any of the little bell things. You can touch this and it'll show on your map. Oh, we already have the auto navigation. So how it worked before in alpha, you had to complete the entire almost act to get auto path, but maybe they changed this. Now, just as a heads up, there is no auto play. There's no automatic the game will play for you. However, there is auto move to the next quest zone, which I'm 100% okay with. I've never been a fan of having the games where like it just plays for you. I don't like that. But if it's just walking to a quest, it doesn't bother me. In fact, that's actually kind of nice. I like it. So all you need to do to go to a next zone sometimes is just sit there and then it'll travel to the next zone. And that's all we got to do. But the game is fairly easy earlier on, and like in terms of optimization and in terms of gear, it's really easy early, but late game, you're going to have way more depth. We're going to have a lot more things. And for the first kill of the day, we get like a new chest, a new like armor. It's really not going to make that big of a difference though. But in the very beginning, anything with an up arrow, just equip it. Later, we'll talk more about like customization and other things. And if you do want to change your controls, you can go to the options. Feel free to do that. I get a reward. She just says thank you. Okay.
He's all alone with those bands.
Please hurry. So some of the side quests, I'll kind of skip some of the dialogue. I'll read it to you guys because I can read really, really fast, and I'll basically just tell you kind of what's going on. Usually it's help me, please. These monsters are attacking. You know, generic like side quests in game. But there are side quests that are more important that I won't skip out on. I won't spoil it for you guys, but Valo actually has a pretty dark story. Okay. And so we helped our guy over here. Oh, we can... Here's one. There we go. It wants us to like do kind of a tutorial here. Okay, what brings to my door? Okay.
It seems Ashwold has become overrun with the undead.
Aye, the whole guard's been fighting them for weeks. My son joined up at the Crypt of Honor Dead just this morning.
Okay. All right, and now we are level 11. Like I said, you're gonna just equip everything early on that you get that's better. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious to see if they've actually added this. I wonder if there's an auto-equip better items. There's auto-pickup, okay. I don't think that was something that was in like the previous versions of the game either, but... Okay. And don't worry too much about killing every single thing you see on screen. Because it's just not going to be time efficient. However, like in this instance right here, we got like ambushed, I guess. We'll kill them because it's a quest. Usually you want to do most of the quests that you see, and the reason why you do want to do that is because you'll get to a certain point in the game where it will require you to be a certain level to complete a quest. Like you can't even attempt to complete the quest without being that level. It basically gatekeeps you. Like it requires you to be a certain level. Let's see if we tap this, then we gotta go this way. So yeah, don't worry about, like I said, killing every single monster, but if there's any like quests or any elite packs, those are the yellows or blues, just like in Diablo 3 if you've played that game. And there we go, we completed that, we get a chest. And you want to grab all the little materials, you'll be using all of that for upgrades. And don't worry about upgrading your small stuff, it's not going to be like worthless. Like in some games, especially mobile games or any free-to-play games, like you can't maintain your upgrades, but Diablo Immortal is really nice with that. They let you, like if I enhance my gloves, right, and I get a new pair of gloves, I get all the plus like bonuses on the next one, which, yeah, it's just going to be for free extra stats.
I know her body was buried here. Where is Asila's tomb?
The Queen's tomb is hidden. The dead deserve their rest.
Wrong answer. The dead serve me. A fact you will learn soon enough.
Alright.
You, it's your turn. So I suggest you speak quickly. Where is the tomb?
I don't know. None of us do. Only the Queen's handmaiden knew its location. I swear.
Let this stop this. Your wanton disregard for life ends here. You will be brought to justice.
So, how I tire of your jealous attempts to suppress my potential. No. Now, with the power of the World Stone at my command, I will obtain true dominion over the dead. Your entire lethargic order will be swept away and replaced by one with the ambition to reshape this corrupt world. You are a relic, old man, and you are no longer needed.
Okay. Lay down some AoE real fast on them, and you can see the Demon Hunter just makes such fast work. Oh, you know what? We still have another skill to equip. Let's go ahead and equip. Oops, not the shop. Let's go to Strafe. Equip that right there, and we are good. Okay, so now we gotta talk to Zol.
Thank you for your aid, adventurer. It appears I must go and teach my former student another painful lesson.
Okay. There we go. And level
Vengeance
up.
will be mine.
So there's no stat points to put in now, but there will be what's called Paragon points later, but it's different than D3s.
Certainly didn't expect to get choked by some death mage when I left the stead this morning.
That death mage isn't past killing for the information she seeks. And you just gave her a target, Asila's handmaiden. I need you to help me or that girl is as good as dead.
Light, mercy. You're right. Wait, I know. Captain Asmir at Guard's Watch.
Okay. I'll skip some of the dialogue that's like almost unnecessary. Like I'll make enough dialogue of it to make sense. But I won't skip out on any of the cutscenes. So we got one of the shrines that turns our enemies into gold when we hit them. That's 1 HP, we'll kill him. I love how multi-shot gets 3 charges like so early on too. Like it's insane. Because like Wizard was the class I wanted to roll in this game, but like after seeing how like, the difference in Demon Hunter, like Wizard's ability you have to charge up, and like while I'm holding this, I can actually auto and hit targets while mid like animation, if that makes sense. Like I can still shoot targets while I'm holding this. The Wizard cannot, and it's a charge up move that hits for the same as a Demon Hunter's auto. It does technically push the enemies back, but it's just like, yeah, earlier on, like the Demon Hunter just rolls content. So remember to kill all the blues that you come across. I'll pop a potion, grab these XP globes, because like I said in the very beginning, they are 100% worth it. I got another player. And don't worry about players... well, we won't really party up with anyone unless like it's like some of the like dungeons. For the most part, when I played in the alphas and betas, since I was up at like different times, because at one point we only had like an Australian server. Usually I played solo for the most part of the game. But yeah, we can party up with people. But like, you don't have to worry about fighting over loot, which is great. Like if you've played Diablo 2, whatever drops, yeah, you gotta fight over it. But now everyone gets their own loot, and it's great. But hello Lone Wolf, and hello Blue. Oh yes, this is the mobile version still. PC version will be out in about 8 hours. Well, at least that's the official time for it. Okay, it really wants us to open up the codex, so I'm just gonna do that so it stops popping up, you know? Alright, so you're gonna get a lot of your XP actually from the battle pass, which we'll talk about a little bit later. There's a free battle pass for everyone, and there is a paid battle pass. Will it give you an advantage? 100% yes, there's no doubt. However, I've played the game 3 times with no battle pass and 1 time with battle pass. It honestly doesn't make that much of a difference unless you get the battle pass and you buy all the tiers. Because a lot of times earlier on, you literally cannot equip like all a bunch of legendary gems because you won't have the sockets to do so anyways. But if you were worried about the game being pay to win, at least for the campaign, I can confidently say that you do not need to spend 1 cent to complete the game. Like, no pay to win for the campaign in terms of being able to complete it. Will it help you out and get you some more damage? Sure. But it's really not that big of a deal. Because I played through the... I played and leveled up the Necromancer, Crusader, Demon Hunter, and Wizard, and the Necromancer was the only one that I bought the Battle Pass on, and that's because I wanted to test it out. So, just in case you think, do I need to buy the Battle Pass if you don't want to get it? Hey, don't worry. It's not a big deal. I'm going to buy it to support them. I'm also going to buy the cosmetic skin to support them because I genuinely like Diablo. I'm a huge Diablo fan.
Took care of the undead at our gates. Thank you for that. It's been a while since any visitors have been able to walk through them. But I won't lie, we're in dire straits here. My men's weaponry won't survive another round like that one. Talk to Paulie, the blacksmith, and bring me what he's got finished. Then we can talk.
Okay. So now we get to go talk.
What can I do for you?
Okay, so what we want to do is go to the services, and we want to salvage anything that is actually better. Now, one thing that's important, you'll see that this is something that's better than what we have. So
To work then.
what we'll do is we'll go back into our inventory. We will go equip everything with the up arrow. There we go, and then we just salvage everything.
What can I do for you?
So we will service, and then we go to salvage. Then we're just going to salvage all of the gear that we don't want, which is basically everything. And then later, we'll be able to upgrade our gear. So if we go to like services, maybe we can't do that yet. It's going to be a mechanic that we'll learn about. So we just have to talk to him for like a quest.
Let me guess. Asmir sent you. He knows. I'm sorry. The stress is eating everyone alive.
Okay.
Back to work then.
Then we got to go to him, talk to him.
Back. And with half the order, no less. Now, I'm certain you didn't come all this way to deliver me a bundle of swords.
I'm looking for Queen Asilla's former handmaiden.
The handmaiden? Gods, I didn't know. Her home isn't far.
Just beyond the trail. Okay.
I understand.
We will find her. Okay. Ooh, now we got some extra pants. We got to level up when we have our first socket, so we can actually put something in there. So we can actually socket gems. We don't have any gems available. If we were to go purchase the battle pass and buy all the tiers, we could get a an item instantly. But yeah, it's not required at all. There is crafting material on the battle pass. There is an extra legendary on the battle pass, but for the most part, like, you'll get all legendary gears. Like, in terms of like min-maxing, microtransactions may matter, but in terms of like, do you really need to get that extra legendary earlier on? Not really. Like, your weapon will do like 10% more damage, and yeah, obviously it does matter, but it's playable without it, like, no doubt. So we gotta like search. Go light this candle. Okay.
Finally, a little light.
Then we can see.
Wait, that blood.
There we go.
I'm too late.
And see, that's another player too. Oh, it's another player. Oh no, that's Soul.
I'm not ready yet.
Death has a way of following you, stranger.
I didn't kill her, if that's what you're thinking.
Of course you didn't. No, I recognize my old student's handiwork.
Okay. And we'll go talk to Soul.
Rathma, guide
Oh,
my
can move my
voice to the
cam.
soul of the recently slain.
Right there.
Return to us, child. We have one final task for you.
Stop torturing me! I didn't do anything! I told you everything!
It's all right. No one can hurt you anymore. You are safe now. That woman, the one who hurt you, what did she want?
She wanted the location of the Queen's tomb. I told her. They buried the Queen in the old garden.
Okay.
Poor girl.
I'll stay here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on. What was the max level for the beta? I believe it was. Shoot, was it 40 and then 50? But we could not max out everything. There was actually one more area that we weren't allowed to go to, which obviously now we'll be able to go to. But there were also some cutscenes that were kind of like incomplete. Some dialogue was missing some stuff. Like, so this is like kind of, technically it's my first time playing through the game, obviously on its like full release. So we can investigate the tomb and go on in. But like, yeah, I've progressed. I've seen some of the endgame stuff. You can also become like a giant, like immortal, like statue looking thing. You can do like a 1 versus like 30 mechanic. Like, they let us see a lot of the game. the important thing to do is keep on just moving forward so you can kill everything as efficient as possible. Like what I try to do is just grab all of the enemies, and then we just basically throw down like the Rain of Vengeance, which is where the arrows all come down out on them. And try to group them all up like you would in like any MMO. Don't stand on the red stuff. There we go. And just like that, we killed all of them. It's just so much faster. See if we can get that. Nice. One thing with nice with Demon Hunter, you can smoke screen to get objectives completed as well, which is actually kind of important for PvP. Like you can kind of outplay people a lot with that. But the heal globes, they'll heal you, so you can leave them. I don't believe that they expire. Also, if you can weave in an attack before you use a skill, because this game has really good animation canceling, you can get basically an extra attack. Okay. By the way, that sound I think is for BattleNet. I'm not sure why it pops up. Which is like what you use to log into the game if you want to like link your PC account, which we did. Okay. So the tomb is complete, and say yes, we leave the area. Do you know what the fastest way to get the battle points is? Just pretty much playing the game. Make sure you're completing all of like, check the things in certain areas. I don't know if I can show you it now, but like in certain areas. Will that actually be something? Oh, you know what? I can't even show it now because I don't have access to it yet, but I will show you. But pretty much the way that you can get XP, like the greatest way is just completing the battle pass is probably the best way to gain XP, at least in the betas and alphas it was. I don't think they would have changed that. Sometimes I'll just start aggro. Okay, this one's kind of far away, so that one's not going to come that far away. Grim Dawn, that's another action RPG. Okay. So we have to talk to Zol. Go get this chest over here. But in the very beginning, most of the chests, they won't really give you anything.
Ah, hello again. I assume you followed the surge of energy here as well. Come. We must find the source of this profane rite.
Okay. Here we go.
Perfection.
We got Daring Swing, which I'm actually going to take over Strafe. Because the auto attacks in this game actually do a significant amount of damage. Like, check out how much damage we're doing. We're doing like 157, right? For our auto attacks. Our ability hits for 291. So unlike in Diablo where you have like your generators that like do very little damage, in this game, because of like the attack animation, they're actually pretty solid. It's really good to weave them into your like abilities to maximize DPS.
Quaint. Well, there are always 3 of these rituals. In the
So we gotta
meantime,
knock down 3 of them.
I'll go and keep Lethis occupied.
All right. But yeah, we'll do like kind of like 1 hour-ish bursts of the gameplay here for like the full playthrough. I want to say, I think it was about 10-ish hours for the campaign, at least until like we got to a point where like we couldn't progress anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap this skill. Whoops, that's switch slot. We want to use the Daring Swing. We're gonna equip this over here. Just because I like to have as much mobility as possible. Wait, you get 2 charges of Daring Swing at the start? Wow. That actually might be a change, because what this skill does, by the way, this is really good for mobility. And it actually does damage at the same time. Bahalus here, how are you doing? When doing Elder Rifts, if the other 3 pugs are not using seals and you are you getting as much benefit as if everyone's using the seals? Are you talking about the legendary Crest? I believe, at least from what I know, and I don't know if it's changed, but you basically have one person pop all of them, and then you have one other person pop all of them. Or I don't know if it's like each person gets their own rewards based on what they put in. Oh, I gotta hit X. Do we know when it's out on PC? Yes. So in 7 hours in 20 minutes is when it should be out for PC. Yeah, we'll be on the PC one as well as soon as it comes out. But for now, I'm actually playing on my phone, no emulator.
I am well again.
All right, so we got one more thing to pop. Ooh. Pool of Reflection. That's bonus XP. Always pick those up. If you play Diablo 3, those are kind of like the same mechanic. Although this one, let me see if it's different. Is it timed? Oh yeah, this one's timed. The other one would be just a set amount of bonus XP that you'd reach on like a level. Oh, I guess you can't hop over that. I love being able to move backwards. So I think it auto defaults to move you away from the enemy. Yeah. I like that skill. Wish it went a little further though. If it could like push out and go further, that'd be awesome. Oh, you need to recharge your phone. Oh, why don't you just plug it in? Like right now I have it plugged in now, so I'm using like an HDMI out. But it's fine. It's only for 1 day for me. Like, I want to play on the PC. I thought about just waiting, but I could not wait, man. I was just too excited to play the game. Because my focus is mainly PvP. Like, I want to do the campaign. I'm curious to see how far the progression goes on PvP. Because in some games, PvP, like, you're at, like, a state where, like, a bunch of upgrades may not matter. Like, they'll cap you, if that makes any sense.
No more. I am beyond you now. Soon, Leoric's soul will be mine. And with it, I will be the greatest necromancer alive. Rathma.
I wish a lot of the dialogue would just kind of continue and play out. Because, like, I just want to get into the action, you know? I actually don't really mind using controller, but with PC, I might actually use WASD. I actually think that'll be kind of fun.
It is done. The breach is open. You cannot stop it.
And if you're wondering what controller we're using, just because I saw it in some comments before, is the PS4 controller.
My failure to put down.
Please, you can no more put me down this time than you could the last.
The rift is drawing strength from the Skeleton King's essence. You must go inside and break the tether that connects them.
And how do I do that?
Kill Leoric. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Poor Leoric, man. He just gets killed in all the games again and again. Now we have access to the battle pass. Cool. Ooh, what is this a skin? Let's check out the skin. This is the ghost armor. Oh, what? That skin looks so cool. Wow, okay, so we just need to get Battle Pass rank 40, and then we get the skin. I honestly was thinking about purchasing that other, like, gladiator-looking skin, and I still might get it, but this is a cool enough skin, and, awesome, okay. But, okay, so to rank up, you can use these orbs, and the things that do matter, because I think some people may actually care about this, I think, where is it? We get a legendary crest, that's really good. You get a legendary item. Remember, the top tier, by the way, is free. The bottom one, you actually have to pay money for. But then you can buy tiers. I know one of these, I want to see if it's changed. A chat emoji. What else do we get? One of them. Let's see what the very last thing is, too. One of them was a legendary, though, on the bottom. I think in the alpha and beta. I know that there was another one. So this is just a skin. That's fine. No big deal. Fervent Fang. Each time you deal damage, it takes more damage from your attacks, and that stacks up. Oh, you know that? Oh, you get one regardless. So you get the same gem regardless, but getting more of the gem lets you upgrade the gem, which is always going to be a good thing as well. Like, A legendary chat emoji? Okay. I feel like, I mean, I'm going to buy it just to support them, but like a chat emoji doesn't strike me as like, oh my gosh, I'm super excited to, you know, hit that tier. But like the skin is good. And I think that that's where I personally am okay. I'm not going to talk too much about like, is the game pay to win now, as I want to find out more things. But before entering this, let's go pick up the waypoint. Because, you know, waypoints are good. All right. So we can teleport back, because we may want to do this to farm it later once we reach a threshold where we cannot progress anymore, because it requires us to be X level, right? So let's go find a party. Let's do it. Let's see how fast it will fill up. I know my face is blocking it, but all it is there's 2 people in our party right now. I mean, I'm down to just going with 2. It doesn't really matter. Oh, looking for others. Do I want to start anyways? Okay. Well, I'll give it like 20 seconds if we don't find people. Can we hit like ready up on the side over here? So there are different difficulties. Can we change the difficulty here? Maybe we can't yet. I'm going to see if this will start with just both of us. Hopefully they'll be down as well. There's just one other person. So let's see what this is. Difficulty 2. Okay, so normal hell. It's dynamic. In Hell 2, a party at least 2 players are required to enter the dungeon. Ah, okay. So I guess in the harder difficulties, which there's like, I think Hell 3 was the farthest that we can go into. So,
I was cast aside, but I found the shard. I found purpose. The Queen's spirit would lead me to Leoric. And the power to rule over the dead. I will be vindicated. Leoric's soul is the key.
Question for the free cosmetic, do you only get... Oh, yes. You're talking about the one where it's 30 million? Yeah, that's a one-time thing. So, I'm not sure if there's a time where it ends. But... if you do log in, there is a reward to get a free cosmetic. You can play while you wait. Oh, while it's downloading, yeah. Oh, you were wirelessly charging. Oh, does that make your phone too hot? I know when I wirelessly charge my phone, yeah, it gets like hotter for sure. Yeah, some games just make the phone super hot. I'm gonna pop this because we're gonna probably get our ulti again. What happened to our other guy? Did he just leave? Oh. Let's go over here so we can drag aggro.
Still waiting.
Getting hit by that fear. I'm just going to focus everything on the boss, because the rest of the trash mobs, they can just die to most of the AoE. So that's what I try to do when fighting like bosses in general. I mean, it can be okay to kill the smaller stuff if you're worried about like survivability or anything. But we'll be okay. Like, because we have a lot of mobility, which Demon Hunter has, it just makes things much easier. Yeah, like with some classes, the mobility, you literally lose out on DPS when you move. But with Demon Hunter, because you can move and attack, unrivaled. This boss is a lot more tanky than I remember. Alright. Oh, there we go. We leveled up. Let's check out if we have any other pieces of gear. We probably have a bunch of upgrades here. A lot of stuff in the very beginning, it's just like score. Like the amount of numbers on it are just going to be higher and you just equip things. Did I just start the game? We're exactly 54 minutes in. And I haven't been skipping any of the cutscenes or anything.
I am not ready yet.
Yeah, we'll Just go drag these guys. There's a chest always that spawns over here. It's going to be 2 pieces of gold and a white item. There we go. I don't know why, like, after, like, farming certain areas, you just, like, know things, right? I remember I farmed this area for a little bit. Oops. I don't want to actually go backwards there, but... There's just a big stack over here. Until we get to the end. Should be like a wall that comes up. Yeah, Necro's not a bad class. The only character class that I would say I won't recommend to beginners is Wizard. One, it's really... Most people put it on their bottom tier. I consider it the most bottom tier in terms of like how good the character is. If you really want to be like the best of the best. And on top of that, it's really squishy. But if you want one of the best classes to finish the campaign for, and that's like super tanky, I didn't buy the battle pass when I completed it with the Crusader. Had the least deaths with the Crusader. Like the Crusader is definitely like one of the best classes in the game. So this mechanic, you don't want to get hit by the skulls. Oh, she would just... Sometimes the auto-target, it targets what it wants to, so don't have a choice. But it's a fairly easy boss. Like when that little circle comes up, just wait for it, and you'll be okay. Oops, we got hit by that one. But during this has an animation where you can't actually get hit. And so that's why I love Demon Hunter so much. Do I use BlueStacks? No. I will be playing it on PC. Like, if you want to play on PC too, just wait a couple more hours. You can play on PC on the official client. So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, any optimization issues and stuff like that. You don't see Demon Hunter doing well in PvP. Smokescreen is one of like the best skills in my personal opinion. I have some PvP gameplay, but being able to not be attacked is pretty good. This also has iframes, like when you leap, so that's a pretty good skill too. Or just gather them all up. There's probably going to be a wall that we're going to require, yeah. But just gathering them all up is good too, though. Just so we can kill them all, like, at once. But they're making you heal quite a bit, which I actually don't mind at all. I want to say they made the difficulty go up. Like, for sure in the very beginning. Multi-shot is stronger now? Okay. Let's continue. We'll go over here. We get to the other wall. We're just waiting for, like, the melee ones to get a little closer. That knockback shot's actually really good. If we can make him hit the wall too. Okay. There we go. How long is the campaign? I honestly don't know the official time, but my guess is maybe about 12-ish hours. Because, like, for the alpha and beta, it's about 10 until you can't do any more. And you can't do any more pretty much towards the very end. So there could be one more act. is my guess. Could have maybe saved that conduit for the actual like boss, but the boss has such a long like I'm coming out to be the boss animation that I might have worn off anyways. Oh, the health pool demon. Honestly, PvP, a lot of people just get one-shotted. I don't know if that has changed though, but on paper, Demon Hunter is a really strong one. Because like if I initiate with this and then activate smoke screen, they have a very small window to actually do any damage.
The warmth of life has no place among the damned.
You can see we're hitting for what, 240, 241? The ulti doesn't actually do that much more damage, it's just the area clear is really great on it. Like our autos are 183.
Bow before your rightful king.
He'll get on his horse. It's a pretty cool looking boss fight though. But you see, because I can move and shoot, some classes can't do that. Makes it nice and smooth. And the hitboxes are very fair in this game, like you don't need to worry about like really it being off. I mean, I guess oh, it doesn't have the ping anymore. We'll get hit by it and see how much damage it did. We didn't do that much damage. Like we can survive one. There we go. Oh, by the way, legendaries are actually quite rare in the game. Woo, there we go. The cosmetics have a lot of detail. Yeah, like this game's visuals are just like really good. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the 3090 as well. Gear rank transfer. Okay, so we killed the boss. We go out. So what gear rank transfer is when you like upgrade a piece of gear, you can transfer like the upgrades to another piece of gear for free. Well, at least before you could do it. I don't know if they've changed it, but like it was free. I don't think they'll change that. The real like grind game becomes like the gems later
I
on the line.
couldn't do it. I couldn't kill her. But you can still catch her.
You're wounded. Let me help you.
No. If she escapes because of me, I won't be able to live with myself. Go. Now.
Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the next area. But this is where, as far as YouTube goes, this is where I want to end it on part one. Like I said, I plan to play through everything. I'll teach you guys the game in and out. In the very beginning, there's not that much to teach other than like some of the boss mechanics, which I will go over once we get to all the bosses. But thanks for tuning in for part one. Part two will be up very soon. If you guys enjoyed it, though, drop a like on your way out. And if you're new here and you want to see more Diablo Immortal content, check the pinned comment. I've got boss battles. I've got a lot of like, end game content that most people probably don't have out yet because, well, I was able to participate in earlier versions of the game. But take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.